Hello, hello, new consultants. I am Heather, your director, and I am coming back to you for session 2 of the new consultant boot camp. Yay! Um, you made it through night 1, and you are back for more. So welcome back. I'm glad that you're here. We're gonna do a little bit of everything today. We're really looking at what's in it for you today and showing you how to find some of that information. So I wanted to start off by sharing my screen and showing you a little bit about Consultants Corner. Consultants Corner is our back office. I'm sure many of you have already been on there already. It's what comes to you in the Pampered Chef emails. It's probably like the first thing you did is click on Consultants Corner. Lots of different ways to get on Consultants Corner. You can save the link, to your desktop. I honestly usually go to the just pamperedchef.com website. This is terrible. And I log in from there, and then there's a little drop down that says Consultants Corner. So I'm going to share my screen. And so, okay, so here's Consultants Corner. We're going to click on Home. Yeah, and like I said, if you do click on the Pampered Chef website and you log in and then you go into a little drop down menu, it will, I can actually show you if I just do pamperedchef.com. And this is, I'm already logged in, but if it says log in right here, that's what you do. And from here, you can get to Consultants Corner right from there. And so that's what I do a lot of times. I don't try to save a million different websites. So that's how I get to it. And it brings you to here. This is your homepage. This is a great snapshot of your business. And so I'm going to try to hide myself so I can see this. Okay. And this is a snapshot of your business as it stands right now. It gives you a quick view of your month, of your sales, what commission rate you are currently at, your base commission rate. If there's a monthly sales offer, which there is every month, so whatever that monthly sales offer is, it will tell you your progress. You will also see at the top of your screen, I believe, it will say something about your fast track rewards and what level you're working toward, how far you are away from that reward, and also how much time you have left to hit it. So how many days you have left. So it'll be just like this sales offer, but it'll be for it'll change every time you hit a new reward. So for example, this says, okay, I hit level 3 in our monthly sales offer. We're at different levels this month. And it tells me how many days I have left. So you'll see something similar for you being in your first 90 days. And there's also some really good things. If you scroll down to the bottom, this gives you your most recent parties and orders. The most current parties and orders will be right here. It's not going to show you all of them here. It's just like a quick little snapshot to say, hey, this is what's going on in your business. Some other really useful things that they've recently added to Consultants Corner are these little hot buttons over here. Dash is right here. Table is right here, and we'll talk more about that soon. And some some consultant webinars are on there that you can sign up and watch. I believe it should look the same. And here are all of your menu items. So this is where you're really going to focus to see your parties, all of your orders. You click on parties and orders, and you can see all the orders that you've got, or all the parties and orders that you had, if you had any individual orders. Keep in mind that there are some filters that you can change these around. You can say, okay, I don't want just ones coming up. I don't just want the ones that are unsubmitted, but I want ones that are closed. And you can do, submitted. You can show the ones that are submitted. You can pull up just, oh wait, I want to look at all my fundraisers. You can look at all my wedding showers. I use this a lot of times when I'm looking to see. I have a lot of unsubmitted parties. I'm not even going to click on it because I'm embarrassed. But I have a lot of hosts that have not closed out their parties recently. So I'm going to be today clicking on that and making sure that I get those closed out because we have a deadline coming up. Some other things to keep in mind over here, you can always click on the Stir News. That is really important. Check that out several times a week. The most important information is in the Stir. It's like your newsletter, but it's always online. You can also access links to trainings, Teach Me webinars, things like that there. I would say really they're also important. Explore is one of the main places that you're going to go. There's information about conference, anything super urgent, and like events and things like that are going to be at the top. One of the things that you can use for this, well, you can use a lot of these things. Just kind of look through that whenever you have time. It just has lots of really good information. Marketing imagery is all of our images, videos. If you click on featured this month, you have the most current things they want us to see right at the top. So we're doing something called Test Kitchen Live, which is a live cooking show basically every single week. And you're going to get some resources for that. So you'll find if there is a new thing, a new product that has just come out, you're going to get the most current videos, the most current marketing materials right there. Keep in mind that there are things, different categories, like you might see a cover, that's a cover photo for like a Facebook group or something like that. A post would be your typical, it's a square size, your typical Facebook post is really useful pretty much anywhere. That's what I use most often. But then you do have some other things on here. One thing to keep in mind, anytime in marketing imagery you see a flyer, that's really not something for you to download and use in your parties and things like that because it's a PDF. It'll save as a PDF. So if you see something you really like and there isn't a post just like it, see how there's a post, that's an image versus a flyer, which is a PDF. Make sure you're using the post so that you get an image file so you can use that. So that was just a real quick. One thing that I will draw your attention to just to explore when you have a chance is if you are in the main page of marketing imagery, guys, this is what sold me on joining Pampered Chef when I went virtual. Is this thing right here. So you do have the promotions right here. That's every current promotion. You can just search by June and pull up all the June promotions that are going on. Host special, guest special, recruiting special, anything you can want. But this right here, this plan a party thing is awesome. Don't get sucked into the vortex, chasing rabbits down the different holes. But this is everything you need for a complete party, a complete virtual party. It has your setup and kickoff. It has things to do during the party, some engagement games. I know it's on here somewhere. Right there, games and engagement. But then if you can use any of these themes. You've got themes here. You have the new, anything seasonal they put at the top. You have whole themes right here. Anytime you see something that says featured, that means that it's the most current, the newest, has the newest products and things like that. If you click on here, it'll give you basically an entire party to use. But let's say you're putting a party together and you're looking, or you're in your VIP group and you say, you know what, I just really need a brunch recipe. Then you can click on that and it'll just give you all of these different brunch ideas. You can say, you know what, I really want to feature the air fryer, but I need some images or some recipes for the air fryer. You scroll down, here's all these different tools and product collections. You could say, oh, I need some stoneware. I really, it's almost stoneware month. I want to post some stoneware so that I can get some bookings. You come down here and here's stoneware right there. And it'll give you all sorts of different ideas. Okay. So that's all I'm going to get into about that, but I just wanted to show you that that is there. The next thing I wanted to talk about is your fast track rewards. This is something that you can get to also from marketing imagery if I'm back on the promotion side, so I'll go into that. Your fast track rewards you can find right here. You can actually type in the word, whatever month you join. Most of you have probably joined in May. And it's not there. So never mind. I lied. I'm going to type in fast track. I'm going to change this. I think it's in promotions, but I just want to make sure. Okay, so if I typed in fast track and just included all, it's going to pull up all of these fast track. And so we're going to pull this up and take a quick look at this because I wanted to show you what is on the table for you as a new consultant in your first 30, 60, 90 days. Okay, let's see if I can make it bigger. I just downloaded it. Just so I can make it bigger. Okay, so in your first 30 days, you have a lot of things available to you. This is based on if you joined in May. Some of the things might be different depending on when you join, but you want to look at the most current fast track rewards. And this is a really good map of what you can earn. So level one, when you submit $500 in your first 30 days. Now, when we say in your first 30 days, when in one of your first emails, you received you were told when your 30-day mark is. If you don't know what that is, ask your recruiter, ask your upline, ask your director. We have that information. We can find it really easily for you. I'm not going to walk you through where to find that, but take that date and put it up on your mirror, put it on your fridge, put it everywhere. And you could even make a cute little graph and you know, where you mark off, okay, $500, how far are you for the $500? Like every $100, make a little tick mark and color it in. I actually did that when I was trying to earn a trip this past year. So when sales are $500 in your first 30 days, you're going to get the brownie bite pan and cake test and releaser. It's a really fun item to have. You can do a lot of, you know, bringing little gifts to people with that. So it's a really good thing to have. This is just for May, and there's a different one for June, but just for May, they don't normally have a level of 750, but for right now, if you joined in May and you hit $750 in your first 30 days, you're going to get this summer booster bundle. The Taste Buds teaser box comes with all these different packets of seasonings. It comes with a burger press, and it comes with our on the go. I'm going to see if I can remember the name of it. On the go. Oh, that's right there. On the go serving bowl, 5-quart serving bowl. Guys, this is huge. I think it's like $99 for that one item. So this is a really, really awesome thing. Also, this is what you're going for right here. $12.50 in your first 30 days. That is what you have your site set on. That's about, if you do 4 parties, like we say, you will hit $12.50. If you can get 4 parties going as soon as possible, you will hit $12.50, and you'll get the deluxe stand mixer and pouring shield. It's awesome. I've been using it. I have a KitchenAid. Actually, I have 2 KitchenAids, but they are away in my closet. I am using this thing exclusively. It's awesome. You will love it. So that concludes what you're going for in your first 30 days. So that $12.50 is a magic number, and that's what you want to keep your site set on. The next level is when you sell 2,500 in 60 days, your first 60 days, you're going to get the gorgeous, most useful 10-inch stainless steel nonstick skillet. We have a 12-inch also, but that 10-inch size is amazing. It's just a perfect size. And then you hit that, you keep on going. In 90 days, if you submit $5,000 in your first 90 days, and guys, if you hit the $12.50 and you hit the 2,500, you are really on track to hit that 5,000 because that's in your first 90 days. And you can earn that knife block with all the amazing, beautiful knives. So Catherine is on here and she hit it. She got all of those levels. And it is really amazing to have free stuff show up at your door anytime you hit one of these really great levels. So that is when you submit sales, that's how you earn these things. There is another way to earn money or to earn some rewards, and that is cash. Who doesn't want cash? We love cash. And that's when you build a team. When you start building a team, anytime in your first 90 days you recruit anybody and they qualify, in other words, they get to that 1250 level, that's that magic number. When they hit 1250, you're going to get $100 in cash. Okay? So if you're in your first 90 days, you help somebody qualify, get 12, you recruit somebody and you help them hit 1250 in their first 90 days, you get $100 cash added onto your paycheck. So that is amazing. You will also, and this is for all consultants, not just new consultants in their first 90 days, but you're also going to get 50 PC dollars. And that is something that you get anytime you recruit somebody if you help them qualify. And that is to be spent, it's just like cash, it's like a credit with Pampered Chef. You can spend it on supplies, you can spend it on catalogs, you can spend it on product samples, so you get half off of anything that is new, in the newest catalog. You get half off of anything that's new. And you can use those PC dollars on those purchases, what we call non-commissionable sales. They're not actually sales, they're something you're buying for your business. And there's and when you help somebody, anytime you help somebody reach their 1250 goal that you've recruited personally, you're going to get trip points. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But that is the best way to earn a trip is by building a team. So now bear with me. I know you're probably thinking, there's no way I just joined. There's no way I could do this. Oh my gosh, God, you can do this because I wish I had gone after this when I was a new consultant because this is what is available to you. Okay. And I think I'm going to pull up a different one just so you can see it a little bit easier. This is the big time cash that's sitting on the table. So not only are we looking at $100 for everybody you bring onto your team that qualifies, but if you and your team work together and you recruit 5 people, okay? You get 5 people on your team that are active in a month. If you do this while you're still a new consultant, so in your first 90 days, you hit the $5,000, you have to have a $5,000 team sales total. That's what you're working on. 5 people active in a month. They just have to have like $150 in sales. That's it. So 5 people on your team. They can be people that you recruited. They can be people that one of your team members that you've already brought on, somebody they recruit. It doesn't matter. It just has to be somebody on your team that's under you. If you have 5 people that are active in a month with $150 in sales and your total team hits that $5,000 mark, then you are going to be you become a fast track director. You get a promotion in your first 90 days if you can hit that. It's amazing. There are so many perks to being a director. As Catherine can tell you, she just became a director. She just received almost all of the new products that we came out with in the spring. The fall is right around the corner. She's going to get boxes and boxes full of director samples from that too. But not only that, if you do it in your first 90 days, you get $500. When you stay paid as a director, you hit your $5,000 monthly minimum every month for 3 months, then you get another $500. Now, if you help somebody on your team make director, and that happens in your first 6 months, and you promote to advanced director, then you are going to get $1,000 just boom, deposited, in your account. And if you help your director get paid as a director for 3 months in a row, guess what? You're going to get another $1,000 just boom, deposited in your account. It's amazing how much you can get from the system. And you know what? It's only there for your first 90 days, and the advanced director, it's only there for your first 6 months. It is so important to pay attention to this because if you don't grab this if you don't grab this bonus, it just goes away and it just goes back into Warren Buffett's pocket and it's never to be seen or heard from again. So we will talk more about that in the future, but it's really good to know how that works. So we're running a little shorter on time than I would like, but I'm going to move a little bit faster. We do want to know how to get paid, and I'm going to switch over. Let's see if I can find it real fast. Okay. So you want to know how to get paid. We do direct deposit. So, and we talked about that a little bit on the last session. You want to make sure you're signed up for direct deposit. Let's see if this makes it a little bit better. Okay, so here is a quick look at monthly sales. And basically, if you have $150 in sales, what your base rate is, what your commission rate is going to be, and how much you're looking at being paid. So if you're saying, you know what, I really want to make like $200 extra a month. Okay, look at this chart, figure out, okay, about $1,000 will get you that $200 a month. And then you do get a raise after you've hit $15,000 in total sales. It adds up, cumulative sales. But we're just going to look at that first column, the middle column. So if you say, you know what, I really want to make $2,000 or $500 a month is really going to be helpful to my family, then you want to make sure that you are looking at that sales amount And if you figure why that's helpful to you is if you know that the average party, just average, is about $500 a month. Well, if you want to hit that $2,000 monthly sales amount, you want to have 4 parties. You want to book a couple extra in case they drop or flop. You want to, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow. But this tells you, this gives you a guide as far as how many parties you need to get on your calendar in order to hit your income goals. It's important to have goals because otherwise you're shooting for nothing. So you really want to have a goal, know how much you would like to go for that month. If you just want to go for the monthly sales incentive, typically speaking, that's $1,000. Okay, let's get 2 parties going, and you want to have an extra one booked, just in case somebody decides to cancel on you. So that's a quick look. How much money do you want to earn? This is another way to look at it. And one thing that I pointed out on here is you average, I took it one step further. So let's say you know that you want to make $200 a month, that first line item. You need 2 to 3 parties. Basically, you want to have booked 3 parties. Well, you're going to average 1 booking from every 20 reach outs that you make. And we're not talking the cold call reach outs that, just messaging anyone and everyone. These are people that might be in parties or might be, have some interest in Pampered Chef or had an interest, maybe somebody who cooks a lot. Like these are people that are what we call warm reach outs. Okay. At the beginning, pretty much everyone is going to be considered a warm reach out to you because they've never partied with you before. So this is more as you get into your business. So if you average 1 booking from every 20 people you contact and you need 3 bookings, to get that $200 income, guess what? You're going to have to do 60 of those reach outs. If it takes you 30 minutes to do those 20 reach outs, well, guess what? You will need to do 30 times 3. So you'll need to do 90 minutes to get those bookings. That's not that much, especially if you're talking about an entire month to do that. And that's why we can be so successful in this business, because the more time you put into it, it is all about the numbers. The more time you put into it, the more income you're going to see. It's just the way it is. It's all numbers. I'm not going to get into that because we're going to, okay. All right. Let's see. I'm going to stop sharing. All right. So, I want to move into running your virtual parties. So yesterday we talked about there's lots of different ways to do parties. We have in-person parties, we have online parties. I don't think I went into this too much, but we have fundraisers and shared rewards. All of that information you can find in Dash if you want to learn about, okay, what is a fundraiser? How does a fundraiser party work? What is a shared rewards party? How does a shared rewards party work? Those are great things to find in Dash. That's something really good to be looking there for just a very general, broad umbrella view of what something is. But as far as what is important to know about virtual parties, number one, setting up your virtual party. There are 2 places you need to set up your party at least. One is in Consultants Corner. And so that is where you're going to create your ordering link. That's the link that everybody will use to place their orders. But then there's also, separate from the back office, separate from the ordering link, you have the party site. Where are you doing your party? Are you doing it on Table? Are you doing it on Facebook? Are you doing it as a link? And are you doing just I'm going to mail out catalogs? Like you need to think about where you're doing the party. And if you are doing something on Table or Facebook or some other, there are ways to do Instagram parties. Don't ask me about that yet, but I'm working on it. Wherever you're doing it, there will be some setup involved with that. If we are, and I'm going to share my screen one more time. If you are looking at the new consultant, don't ask me why I've got a picture of that puppy, but he's cute. If you're looking at the training website and you get to the point where you're ready to set up your party, you're going to come to, guess what? Set up your first parties right here on the training website. And it will walk you through whether you're setting up a table party or a Facebook party. and then also Consultants Corner. You also must set it up on Consultants Corner. And I'm going to go in here. I'm not going to go through the details of it. That's going to come later, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. There's a reason why we have it this way. We have these written instructions that walk you through, and the way you read it is click on your business page, click on groups, click on create link group. Like, this is telling you step by step how to create um, your Facebook group, but it's also meant to be used alongside this video that will, I think it's in YouTube. And if you can pull up the video on one screen or one device or whatever and have that next to you, maybe even print this page out so that you can like make marks on it. They're meant to be used together. So you can like go through one step on the video, pause it, and then do it. It's not meant to go and watch a whole video about this. That's boring. Play the video when you're ready to sit down and start setting up your party. Use this also, and it will walk you through. And then make sure you pause it. You can rewind it, go back. If you missed the step, play it again to make sure that you've got it. That's how this is meant to be used, okay? So going out from there. Okay, so that's setting up. The second part of running your virtual party is host coaching. We have an entire host coaching document. It's found in several places on that training website, literally like 3-4 different places. So it is, if you're looking at running your virtual parties, there's a section on there. It's in there. It's like right at the top saying host coaching right here. Host coaching is important. It is where our paychecks are made. If you go, if you try to leave this up to your host to know how to have and host a virtual party, they don't know. Even if they've done one before, they might not have had a successful one. It's up to you, the expert, to tell them and inform them and teach them how to do this. We have to help our hosts understand what's involved so that we can help them have the best party experience possible and get the most free stuff. For example, I love using the gym as an example. So if you went to the gym and you had an appointment with a trainer and you get there, you're all ready to go, you're excited to start this workout, and the trainer says, okay, this is a new, brand new gym, brand new trainer, and you get there and you're all pumped up, you've got your good clothes on, and the trainer says, okay, here's the gym, go. And you're like, well, I don't know what to do. If he hasn't talked to you about your goals, if he like, are you there to lose weight? Are you there to just get healthier? Are you there to build strength? Like, are you there to avoid injuries? What are you there for? What you're there for is really going to determine what activities he gives you. But also, if he doesn't give you any direction, you won't know what to do. You can walk in and you can start like lifting some of the, get on some of the machines and do them, but the chances that you're going to be using them the most effectively, finding the most effective machines for what you want to accomplish is very slim. You can also use them wrong and actually hurt your chances of reaching your goals. And so that's what we have to keep in mind. We are the coach there. We have to tell them what to do, how to do it, and then stay on top of them and coach them and help them achieve these goals that they have for their party. It is extremely important that we make our hosts understand that it really is a numbers game. They don't know that. They think they're just going to invite this many people, and then maybe this many people will come, and then they're going to order, and you're going to have a great party. No, it's like invite this many people, and then this many people will click that join button, and then this many people will order, and you'll have a successful party. But if you start out here, guess what? It's going to shrink down to about here. So it's our job, though, to make sure that they know that and make sure that we stay on top of them with that sometimes in a nice way. So host coaching is super important. The next part of it is posting. Posting is where we make the parties fun. It's the meat and potatoes of our business, but keep it focused on the guest experience. You want them to have fun. You want them to tell somebody else, oh, I went to this Pampered Chef party, it was online, it was fantastic. You want them wanting to have a party because it was fun. If you were standing in front of them at an in-person party, what would you want them to know about? What would you want them to know? You'd probably want them to know a little something about you. If you were staying there, you wouldn't just like jump into it. You would say, okay, this is me. This is my background a little bit. You'd want to share some recipes with them. You want to give them something. You want them to have some fun. And then you also want to show them our products and let them know how our products are going to solve a problem for them. Not just buy this, buy this. It's what problems can you solve for them? The next thing, so we've got setting up your parties, host coaching, hosting in your parties, and then also super important, probably even more than posting in your parties, I think, is connecting with your guests. If you were standing at an in-person party and you just like did a demo and you never connected with a guest, you would never get another booking and you would get very few sales. You want to connect with them, whether they're ordering or whether they're not ordering. You never know if that person who can't place an order right now could be your next consultant, or it could be, you know, the next $1,000 party because they can't afford to buy something themselves, but they're going to invite all of their friends to a party. So you want to do that in two ways. Number one is make sure you understand Facebook and the algorithm process. If you just go and post, post, and you're never connecting, you're never tagging people, replying to comments, those algorithms are just like gonna hate you. And these people are not gonna even see your posts, okay? But the most important thing is creating personal connections by way of Facebook Messenger. And what I like to do, I like to send a friend request to every person in the party because it makes it where they can see more of the stuff I'm posting. You can have conversations with them on Messenger. If you um, if you try to message somebody that you are not friends with and they don't see it and they don't write back right away, like you've lost them. It goes that message. If you send somebody a message that you have no two-way conversation already established with them, it goes into what I call your message will go into what's called the message request folder, but I call it the abyss. Nobody ever looks there. Nobody knows it's there, except people that are very well versed in Facebook. You are after the two-way conversation. And what that means is I send Catherine a message saying, hey, I want to send you the link for Mary's party. And then your job is to get them to see that message and write back to you. And what I say, it's great if they see that message, that's fine. But what I say is send me a thumbs up and I will send you the link and I'll give you 2 bonus points to the final drawing. You won't believe what a difference that makes. They send it back. I send them the link so they don't have to go looking for it in the Facebook group. And boom, you have a two-way conversation. They will see every single message you send from that point on. If you want to send a reminder at the end of at the end of the party, which is something I just worked on today, you can send it to them and they will see it. And I've gotten so many orders today because of those reminders that I'm sending. My host sent some yesterday, but I sent some today. And I'm getting orders because of that, because they're seeing what I'm sending them. If you are trying to go later and ask them for a booking, if you have no two-way conversation, you're wasting your time sending that private message out to everybody in the party if you haven't created that connection with them. If you found a way to connect with them and you send them a booking message, they're going to see that message. So that is all I have, but I do want to do one more thing, and that's a mindset moment. I wanted to talk about time management, which is so funny because I struggle with this, but making time for your business is so important. And all I want to say, I'm going to keep it really simple. You can spend a lot of time on your business, or you can spend a little time on your business. It's up to you. This is your business, and what your business looks like is up to you, right? So I choose to spend a lot of time, but it pays me back for that time that I'm spending. If I spent a little time, I would expect to be paid back less. But here's the thing, know your goals. Know what you're wanting to get out of this business first and foremost. Joining, signing up to sell, looking at your why. Like, take a look at your why and say, okay, how much would I need to make that happen, that why? And let your goals determine how much time you spend on your business, not the other way around. So let your goals determine how much time you're going to invest into your business. Don't let the time you spend on your business determine your income and whether you're going to hit those goals. So it's up to you. One way or the other, this is your business and you can either be paid like a business or you could just not show up. What happens in a normal job, if you don't show up, you're not going to get paid. But if you do show up and you work smart and you go after the activities that we're going to teach you, you will make the most of your business and it will pay you like a business. So that's all I have for you today. Join us tomorrow when we're going to talk about something. We're going to really talk about bookings and how to get your business off to a strong start. The most important thing about really the couple most important things about that you need to do to get your business off to a strong start. So I hope you will join us for that. And thank you for watching this. If you are watching this later, just let us know what some of your takeaways are. Pick out your top 3 takeaways from this training and talk to your upline, talk to your recruiter about it. So I'm going to stop the recording, but thanks and have a great night.